Oye, Gil, ¿y si sí?
¿Y por qué no?
England, sorry, Sunday, July 5th at the Estadio Azteca. You guys are finished. You guys are cooked. 80,000 fans, 80,000 Mexican fans, 7,000 feet above sea level. You guys simply are not prepared for that environment, for that atmosphere. Now, don't get me wrong, England is a great team. England has fantastic top tier level players. You can disqualify that from this, They're gonna play well, especially after, the shaky performance against Congo. England is gonna want to bounce back. They're gonna want to prove people wrong, and I don't blame them. I'm fully prepared for that, to happen. But Mexico is gonna play a game like you've never seen before. Now, typically, I don't like to get cocky. I think being cocky gets you bad results. I think being cocky brings a sort of bad karma, So I don't want to do that, and I do want to give England their flowers. I think England, like I said, is a great team. I'm not going to take anything away from their squad. They've got world-class players, no denying that. But Mexico's got passion, they got fire, they got the crowd, they got El Estadio Azteca. It's going to be an atmosphere like no other. You know that meter in college football? The atmosphere, that's going to be shaking. That shit going to be shaking, Like Wayne Rooney said, this is going to be England's toughest match, and it's not going to be easy for Mexico either. I'm not saying that, but, the variables that are outside of our control, they favor Mexico, and they favor them to a high degree. So that's all I'm saying. If you compare the two matchups from the round of 32, the Mexico and Ecuador game, and then the England and Dr. Congo game, I think their performances tell two different stories. The Mexico game with Ecuador, Mexico came out blazing hot, foot on the gas, just going all the way, just 100%, and that got them 2 early goals. And then from there on, obviously, stepped a little bit off the gas, was able to play more defensive possessions. And so I think at the end, it favored Mexico greatly. There was really no doubt that Mexico was going to take the W. Ecuador has little to no chances really. And yeah, so Mexico was more comfortable. Obviously in El Estadio Azteca, it's going to be, much more in their favor. Mexico had a very not easy game, but, they had a very dominant game, I would say. Now, if you look at England's game against DR Congo, that's a completely different story. It wasn't until the very end that England was able to get 2 goals, and that's because Harry Kane is such a world-class player. So if you would have had someone else up top, I can't say that they would have had the same results. Could have ended 1-1 and then gone to extra time. Who knows who would have won that. DR Congo got that first goal, and it's not a fluke goal either. It was a great goal. It was a goal that they earned, and you can't take that away from them. England just got lucky towards the end, and they're lucky they got Harry Kane. Obviously, the other players weren't playing to the standard that England is used to playing. So I think I think the way things are looking, it's a lot more even than people might have assumed. If you would have said this matchup was going to happen a while back, obviously England was a more favorable team, but with things going, momentum is such a big part of this as well. Mexico, 4 W's, 0 goals conceded. That writes itself. It's not like Mexico went through very easy teams. Ecuador is not an easy team. South Korea is not an easy team. Czechia is not an easy team. South Africa, they beat South Korea. They advanced to the round of 32. So you can't say they're an easy team. Teams that I think many people would assume are better than DR Congo. I'm not taking away anything from England or Mexico, but I'm just saying how things are. DR Congo is not at the level of the other teams that were in the group stage with Mexico. This game goes beyond football. It goes beyond that. We got people online saying Oasis versus Maná, Cure versus Caifanes. We got a bunch of different people going Freddie Mercury versus Juan Gabriel. I know who I would pick. Easy, Juan Gabriel, no doubt about that. Mexico's playing at a different level. There's no denying that. Even the pundits and stuff, all the videos I've done and watched and seen, and all the English pundits, they're nervous, and rightfully so. I would be nervous if I was England. But I'm not going to lie, as a Mexican fan, I'm nervous to face England. You know, England is a top-level team. Last time England played at the Azteca, we know what happened. La mano de Dios, you know, against Argentina. Not great memories. Obviously, England wants to redeem themselves from that as well. So we'll see what happens. I don't know, man. It's looking like Mexico can really do it. Really, really can. I'm just going to put, you know, good vibes out there. Obviously, I want it to be a great game at the end of the day. I want a result, obviously, that favors Mexico. This is not to throw or bash any English people at all. You know, they're all great people. Everyone's great people. So I'm hoping for a Mexico win. Can you blame me for wanting to get past this 5th game? Like, no, you can't. And I'm speaking for all the Mexican fans out there. We need this. This is the most fun I've had in the World Cup since Chucky Lozano scored against Germany and we got that win. Ever since then, it's gone downhill. Can't lie. Last World Cup, we don't even want to talk about that. You know, that was embarrassing. This is a way to be redeemed, and I just don't want the journey to end, and I don't think it will. I really don't. I have so much confidence in this team. Raúl Jiménez, Quiñones, Gilberto Mora, Rangel, everyone, Montes, you know, Vasquez, everyone, Sanchez, everyone. Everyone can do a difference. Everyone can make a difference. And I think they will. I think people will realize how big this is. I think the players already know how big this is. World Cup in your home, in your backyard, and in the Estadio Azteca. Come on, we have to win. We have to. There's no other way. England, yes, they're tough. England, yes, they have world-class, top-tier players, but don't let that be the determining factor. You know, play with passion. Show them that passion. You know, it breaks all barriers. Show them that love breaks all barriers. Show them that friendship breaks all barriers. You know, there is nothing that can stop this Mexican squad. I'm telling you. Do I sound delusional? Maybe. I'm putting that energy out there, you know, and I'm hoping it happens. I really do. But I'm confident as well. I don't want to be cocky. I want to be confident. I just thought I had to make this video to really show my passion and show that this really means so much to us, to all the fans, to the whole country of Mexico. Man, that's a game I would love to be at, but you know, I'll be supporting from home, probably, you know, ripping my hair off just because how anxious I'm gonna be, but I'm gonna love every second of it. And so yeah, I hope you guys take care. Hope you guys enjoy this. I just want to make something quick for you guys. Vamos Mexico. Woo! Oh, and one last thing. Y sí, sí.